I feel like this kind of had to happen because when our team shattered, when he left,
Yeah.
I was immediately with my manager now, Rain, forced to understand this business like as quickly as I could.
Yeah.
I had this manager who I definitely gave my trust and loyalty to for a certain amount of years, 5 years or something like this. And you know, in the beginning, like we were talking about, relationships always start off great. You know, I mean, I think I'm a good person at vetting, you know, what people are like and energies and all that kind of thing. I kind of pride myself on it. So in the beginning, I was like, wow, this is going to be an amazing fit. But as the money, you know, man, money really changes people, man.
Or it amplifies who they are.
Or, ooh, ooh.
You know?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened. And we started realizing that, you know, conversations about money would become more, it'd start fights. And I wouldn't understand why. Like, I'm just asking about, you know, where are we at? You know, and it would always feel like it was a sensitive topic, and over the course of time, it became this bigger and bigger issue, kind of like in a marriage where you don't talk about something and this
Right.
void just grows.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And then just, you know, I hate to say it, but dumb call after another dumb call, and eventually led me to being banned from the States.
So, like, I'll try and give the context on this a bit because you're talking about crossing the border from Canada to the US, right?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, if you don't have a work permit or a visa to cross over from Canada to the US, it is tricky. There are people who do it for sure. I'm not going to say that they don't, but it's always comes with like a chance that you are not going to be let in.
Yeah.
And that border over there to get in from like Pearson
Yeah.
or into Buffalo or whatever.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's not a
They'll
joke.
ask you a ton of questions,
Yeah.
right? And if you're going there for work and if you're going to get paid, you will have issues. I had issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
So back in 2015, 2016, 2016, I went through the border through Sarnia.
Okay.
And then I remember going to the border, and I was just going to actually link up with Pat Corcoran, who was Chance the Rapper's manager at the time for Lollapalooza. I was just going to network.
Yeah.
I wasn't going there to work or anything like that. And then I was at the border, and they started asking me a bunch of questions. And I'm like, they're like, have you ever done any work in the U.S.? And I said, yeah, my production company does, but not me.
Yeah.
We would hire people.
But was your purpose for the trip leisure or pleasure? Or business or leisure?
It was leisure.
You said that.
I said that,
Yeah,
but I went down this like,
Yeah, I get
they
it.
brought me down this rabbit hole.
Trust me, I know.
And then what I came to realize when I was there, they're like, it doesn't matter if you're there for that or not. If it's one of your productions or your set, if you pick up a chair and help somebody with it,
It's
you were
work.
doing it's work.
It's work, yeah.
You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So then but I was allowed to go.
Yeah.
But they kept throwing me in secondary, and every time they put me in secondary, like, what are you here for?
So now when you go back and forth, you still go to secondary?
I'm fine now.
every time, right?
No, this is years ago.
Oh,
I'm fine now.
is that
Because
right?
I have a visa.
Have you been to Canada recently?
Yeah, like on the weekend. I just got back.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I got back,
And you
like,
didn't go to secondary? Because now that I have this mark on my record, every single time I cross, I go to secondary now.
Do you go to secondary?
Every time.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest
Automatic.
waste
They
of
give
time.
they put the yellow book.
Yeah, right away.
I know what you're talking
Fingerprints, right away, in the back.
about. Yeah.
Whatever.
And you got to explain though, right?
Whatever. Listen, man, look, this is a negative situation, but it could have been much worse.
Well, here's what I'm trying to say with this is like, what I was trying to say was that when you go in as an artist into America from Canada, what you need is called an O1 visa.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and if management is O2, and your management is supposed to work on your visa.
Yes.
The O1.
Yeah.
And that doesn't, it's not a huge process.
No,
it's not like a super difficult thing.
No.
You just got to kind of deal with, the right legal team.
Yep.
They'll get it sorted out for you.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is that the manager was incompetent.
Incompetent and lazy, bro. Lazy.
Well, that's
it really was like I have the proper paperwork now. Shout out to my current team. I love those guys. So reliable. What a different feeling when you trust your team.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like you said. It's such a simple task. I can't believe it didn't go through. It wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
And it would have been so easy, But anyways, in this current situation now, we got the O1, we got the O2, so. I'm in a good place. There's
Yeah, because
no
your management
problems.
is under. They have the O2s.
They're on
On
top
the
of it
O1.
now. They're on top of it now. And like we want to talk like big picture and all this. I feel like this kind of had to happen because when our team shattered, when he left,
Yeah.
I was immediately with my manager now, Rain, forced to understand this business like as quickly as I could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And up until then, like I said, I had been conditioned to understand I'm just an artist, focus on the music, focus on the music. Don't worry about the rest. We got it. We got it. But now to understand that this is a business, and there's so many more aspects to this thing that you need to know and need to be aware of and on top of in order for you to be successful.
Yeah.
We did it. We spent the time night after night, me
Yeah.
and Rain, like understanding, okay, this is what it is, and this is the team, the department we need here, and this and that, and now it led us to our team getting even bigger now. So
That's
I'm
good.
really happy, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's better when you know the business, and it's like
It's essential. It's not even better.
true.
You have to,
especially in this day and age.
especially in this day and age, man. Yeah.
Yeah. What, if you don't mind me asking, like, when did you? And I'm asking you this because I think it's important for people at home to understand this.
Yeah.
Because it's a good example of what not to do.
Yeah.
And fortunately, you're in a good place now.
Yeah.
And you're obviously like hitting the road, and the success is there.
Yeah.
But what were some of the red flags that you saw that maybe you can kind of just communicate, where it's like, hey, if you're seeing this, maybe.
You mean with your management
Yeah.
team?
Yeah.
Man, look, it should be. It literally is a relationship. If you're with a girl, whatever the case is, and you ask to like talk about money and it becomes a fight every time, wouldn't that be a right away a trigger for you?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
can't whatever the case is, it has to be flowing. It has to make you feel calm that you can bring up sensitive topics with ease, and you don't feel like you're a bad person for doing it.
And so it was.
That's it. It was just awkward, and I had
Yeah.
enough of it. Rain, who was also on our team, always would have issues with
same
this.
issue?
Just enough, I think spiritually, the universe kind of led us in separate different ways.
Yeah.
And it was just a natural kind of a coming to an end of a chapter that now is in the past.
When did that happen?
That was last year, February.
Oh, that was just last year.
Yeah. So since February, like I said, we got our shit together, we got the right team, and we had this angel of an immigration lawyer who even said, like I said in the doc, was the fact that we were able to rectify this. First of all, the fact that I didn't become permanently banned
Right.
was a blessing. That has to mean something.
Sure.
And then secondly, the fact that she was able to get all this done in 6 months, she even said, like, it's unheard of. Like, this doesn't happen. You're not supposed to be in this position. So I'd like to believe that I have angels around me, like protecting me and guiding me through this thing and saying, this is what you need to be doing. So, and there was reason after reason for the fans to be like, let's move on from this guy. And they didn't. What happened was, the result that happened was, which I can't believe and brings tears to my eyes, is that it actually unified my fans. And it made them even stronger to support what it is that we're working so hard on. And now I really feel like I'm the voice for the voiceless, the artists who are scared to speak against their, situations.
Yeah.
Man, after we release a doc, you can't imagine the DMs after, like, I'm going through the same thing, this and that, and oh my God, it's so nice to hear this from an artist finally, like, we need to take power back and all this. And if I could just change one artist's life to just from the chest speak, speak your mind, then I did my job.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a little break because if you're listening and thinking, fuck, I could really use some guidance right now, and you're serious about building your career in the music industry, I'm now offering private strategy sessions. These are fully personalized, just you and me tackling whatever you need in your career. With over 16 years of experience working with artists, managers, and brands, I can help you map out your next moves. Now, whether that's structuring your team, scaling your brand, navigating the industry, even figuring out what steps to take, whether to go to a distributor or to a record label and figuring out what are the best deal points, I can help you with your career with where you're at. You can now book a one-on-one with me through my Calendly, and you can find the link in the description. Now let's get back to the pod.
Yo, it's a tricky business. There will be managers who are absolutely terrible, and then there are artists who are challenging to work with. It's really like, this is like the people business, and you have to be just just try and do your best to be good humans in this.
That's it,
Especially,
man.
like you said, there's a lot of money. When a lot of money gets involved, you really start to see who people are, right? And so
Yeah.
you got to be very, very careful of like who you're letting into your circles.
And one thing
100%.
I just want to make clear, so I say it properly, I'm not against managers.
No, I don't get that.
I'm not against management at all. I think the right manager can take you to the moon and back.
Yeah.
The wrong one can be cancer in your bones. You know what I mean? And I just unfortunately had that situation. So
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, listen, this is the manager's playbook, but it doesn't mean that like I'm sitting here saying all the managers are great. Like,
We're not gonna get into a fight.
no, we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that, man. Not at all. We're both in a different country. We'd be fucked if we get into a fight. No, not this. It's more so the manager's playbook. The idea and the concept of it. A lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, it's like you interviewing managers." I'm like, no, it's more so like interviewing everybody who's in this business to like really
Right.
understand
Right.
how this thing works.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Behind the scenes,
Yeah.
figuring it all out. Right. And there's
Yeah.
gonna be situations. So yeah, honestly, I appreciate you for like coming on here and talking about this because I can imagine it's not easy.
It's not easy, man. And I got my team looking at me saying every word that I'm saying right now.
Turn the back.
It's like I know I'm trying to ignore them right now. I gotta speak.